Welcome to the making of MOANA, a look behind the scenes at making the costumes for the production. Here is our first meeting with director Joyce and discussing how maybe using some Thai or Asian elements to use the resources available here abroad. And this was one of the first market outings to consider using some ready-made fabrics. Some quick sketches of everything that was needed for the main characters. Also considering what could be bought. There's so much commercial ready-to-wear things. A few pieces were adapted. Many were created from scratch. A lot of the actors brought their pieces that I was able to move and build upon. We also had a great opportunity to create an after-school program with some of the young learners who are taking design, and we're so eager to be part of the play and help and receive proper credit. So we discussed the whole process of design with them, and they helped out with a few parts like joining big pieces together that were later dyed green to use for the cape for Te Fiti. We did some trials here of utilizing different glues to resist the color to create the cape for Te Ka, and we also used that in the mask eventually, and testing it with against the lighting. The idea was so that we can have the volcanic lava feel live on stage. We'll have a little look eventually. Then, as I said, some ready-to-made pieces. This was a sorting trip for seeing what's available already at the markets. And this was our plastic drive that you saw posters of earlier. And Te Fiti, since she was the protector of the waters and the planet, I thought proper to reuse plastic bags of all sizes, shapes, colors to cover up this cape. So it became more and more intricate and texturized. We'll see it towards the end. This is about halfway through, trying to really bring out the greens. Here you see some of the kids helping to cut out, similar to paper cuttings. I created the illusion of tattoos on the sleeves for the Maui crowd, and we'll see a photo at the end. This is help from the traditional pitakon mask in Thailand, using rice baskets to create the mask for Te Ka. This was the outer layer of the crabs, putting things together, seeing how to use the scarves that were already available at the market. This was one of the first fittings with the actors and meeting to see and gauge height, what kind of structures they were going to be putting in. It's always fun to work with the set design, so a lot of things overlap. Here we were stuffing the ready bought shirt to make our muscular Maui, and the ready to wear leaves available. One of our young actresses testing out the scarves. This is for the ocean ensemble, and utilizing the actors or the dancers' own leotards and complementing them with these flowy skirts, also sleeves that we'll see here attached to their own leotards. This is the Te Ka, the heart of Te Ka, and the beginning of applying glue gun to create liquid and lava-like texture. Eventually this is going to be painted. And another example, this fabric was given to me by the school. So true sustainable design, seeing how we can use what's already available to not have to buy everything new. And yeah, here I had the chance to see how this was gonna close and fit the actor. I made Teka ginormous hands. And back to the plastic, we also used a lot of those bags to stuff things that needed to be. That is another example of the glue. And I think here we're ready to start painting. That was the first half. We wanted to look very fiery, and then seeing how things are going to start to work out. I love time lapse, oops. And well, although the time lapse only gives you the seconds at the end, but it doesn't really tell you how long the actual time was. Thank you, Mia, for your assistance in this project. Soledad Designs is hosting interns, and it was a pleasure to work with you and have your help for this project. So here we are attacking the first layer of darkening. The idea is to darken the fabric. The glue would have resisted the red, and with the lighting underneath, we're going to see it towards the end. The lava-like feel was achieved. Let's see how much longer. So here we are painting the hands, the sleeves that were a very useful piece for a few of the characters. The tamatoa, the crab-like, there were 3 characters there, and we also created the crab hands almost like sleeves. This is some of the shopping process and the sorting process, communicating with the director, seeing what was available, and getting the last okay. It's assisting to make visions come alive, and then discussing and seeing where we meet in the astral plane. A lot of accessories, jewelry to fill up and bling up our costumes, as well as the Polynesian flower lace. This was a fun trip to Chinatown. Those of you who know Bangkok, Chatuchak Market was a great source as well. And thank you. This was Ramona, who almost rented some extra costumes for unexpected last-minute additions to the show. But we had enough scarves to make it all work out. Here's the director okaying the fabrics and seeing the favorite pieces. And moving on, we are going to see, let's see what we see. My frames are frozen, so I only get to see the first one that comes up. This is the final order from my scarf people. Sample of the list and keeping track of all the characters to not overspend. Here we're getting towards the end. That was Tamatoa, and this was one of the last trials and trying to document things myself. It's challenging to remember to set up the camera every time, so a lot of the process was not recorded. But here's the crown for Tefiti. These, I'm sad that they were not properly photographed. These are all flowers. This was oh my god, I forgot his name, the chicken. And Tamatoa, the main character. There were 2 others. And here a little glance on stage. I wanted to show the lighting on Teka. There was no opportunity to really capture that. Here is Tefiti standing on a high platform. That's why we needed to test how long this would be draped. And here's Teka, a little hint. You can see that the idea did work out. And this was them going to take one last bow and try to remain respectful to all the actors and not show the children's faces. I've only shared, you'll see whatever was shared officially in the social media of the school. Such a pleasure. Thank you, Director Joyce. Thank you, Mr. Anthony, for your trust. So much fun to be part of producing and making things come alive. Beautiful Tefiti with the wig. Thank you to all the parents. And I want to say I cannot take credit for the MOANA costume that was beautifully crafted by one of the moms. And so much joy, to make the characters really come alive. There you see the Maui sleeves, the tattoos. That idea worked out great. We had last minute adults participating, everybody getting involved. A bit of the overall look. I'm very pleased of the harmony of the colors and how everything came together. And lastly, an invitation if you're around campus. Thank you so much. I've been invited to showcase not only the costumes, but a few of the props to showcase the talent in the drama department at the ISP school. Very talented students and faculty. I have another story coming up. Thank you for the invitation, and thank you for listening to this presentation.